Welcome everybody to this Friday afternoon Patching podcast. We are so excited to have you here on July 15th. We are going to be sharing with you not only some incredible technology from an amazing man, but we have brought you two testimonies internationally. So this is the first time that we on Friday afternoons have gone total international. We have some incredible people with us. And I'm just very, very excited to give you guys the opportunity to hear both of these ladies. Truly, if you have people that you've invited here today, you are going to want to send them this recording because it is really unbelievable. So with that said, I want to welcome my co-host, Wendy Morgan from California. Wendy, welcome.
Hey, everyone. Hey. How you doing? Woo, it's Friday. As Laura said, we have some wonderful testimonies, but I'm going to hand it right back to Laura because she's going to introduce the first one. Oh, wait, we have a disclaimer, though, don't we?
I'm going to do a disclaimer first. So with that said, we want to remind everybody that all LifeWave products are not intended to cure, treat, or diagnose or prevent any diseases. If you are pregnant or nursing or on medications or have other medical conditions, please consult with your physician first. Our patching podcasts are for educational purposes only. So with that said, thank you, David. With that said, I am so excited to welcome from Norway, the beautiful Kristina Borg. She is from Sweden, but she's in Norway now. And I read her amazing testimony and I reached out to her today and she so graciously responded and is here with us right now, all the way from Norway. So Kristina, can you hear me, love?
Yes.
Excellent. So I'm so excited to have you here, as you can well tell, but tell us a little bit what life was like before you were introduced to the patch, and then let us know who introduced you to the patch and what's going on for you now.
When I first, I have a pain for most 26 years. And it's like a painkiller. I have been so many medication and they don't helping. I get just tired. When I come from the work, I get to sleep 2 to 3 hours after work. When I'm coming home and I have no life. I don't going out. I don't doing anything. Everything was so, what can I say? I have no life before I begins with X39 because.
So not to interrupt you. So the pain that you've experienced for 26 years, what caused that pain? What happened to you that caused that type of pain?
First, I have headaches from I was 12 years. It's like my father. He have also the pain. So after 26 years, I have 2 car accidents, and I was dying and coming back, and I have fibromy, and I have whiplash, and I have arthrosis, and my thyroid, and that get me so much pain everywhere, and I lose so many family in my family for 2 years. So everything get too much. So I lose everything around me. So
okay.
I didn't know.
So everything that you were experiencing was really starting to affect your family and friends around you, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
No. It's after that I come to Norway and you're in Halden for 1 year now, and for maybe April, second week on April, I meet Auli from Sweden, is my work colleague, and she have something on the neck here, and I ask her, and she tell me, and there's something in the neck, and there was extra tenia, and I think, maybe I gonna do to what can I say? I am not so good on English. I can understand very much, but I don't talk so very
You're
good.
doing great. You're doing great. We're not going anywhere.
But I following her home, and we got on the computer, and we get on the computer and read about life wave, and I think I cannot. I must try it because I have not to lose. So I try it. Yes. So I try. She gave me for 3 weeks extra tenia. So I get to started with that, and it took 1 month after I have been there in extra tenia. So I have no pain. It's all gone, and I don't have wrong with my stomach or something. Everything was gone. I didn't understand what happened. So my life was, I'm sorry, it's like I win on the highest prize, because I get no pain, and I can wake up and happy and come to the work and happy, and people ask me, what have you done with your skin? Have you painted your skin? And I say, no, I have not painted my skin. And they take water and something and to try to take it away, and they say, but it's nothing. No, it's nothing there. It's just my face like that. And everyone looks at me and say, you must have done something very good because you see so happy out now. And I'm much more cooler. I'm not so stressed because I have ADHD too.
Okay.
If you know what that is.
So not to interrupt you. So you experienced 26 years of pain because of 2 car accidents. You get introduced to the X39.
Yes.
And within a month of using this patch, this technology, all your pain goes away.
Yes. And I don't, wait. I have write on my papers. I know what I'm going to say. I must just reading little here.
I know when I was researching your story a little bit, you also had some thyroid issues pop up, and then you ended up having 2 surgeries. Was this while you were going through all the pain, or was this after you got started on the X39?
I have pain before. After I have get my operation, every comes successive. This pain and this pain and this pain and this pain. So I don't know what I'm gonna say, because now I have no pain and I'm so happy. I never gonna stop with extra tenia, and I have pain on these places. Some days I can have little feelings, but I take ice wave and on my legs, and after little time, it's gone. And when I go to work, and I know I'm gonna have a very big people to care about in the shower, because I work with older people, and it's very tough work sometimes. So I take that always with me, and I am very happy that I have that. And then I have Alavida. I have it on the night, and Eon H I have on the night.
That's amazing.
Yes.
It's just amazing. I mean, we sit here and we listen to your story, and to think that you suffered so long and endured the other things that just kept popping up in your life. And within that month of getting started, for you to be where you are today and just continue to get better and better and better. And I think, as we all know, pain is extremely debilitating, and it can take over your life.
And pain, if you have much pain, your life is not so good. You don't want to do something. You don't want to do anything with no one. But now I'm doing what I want.
I love it. Well, I know you have your 3 grandchildren coming to see you, and I know that you cannot wait to just cuddle them up and spend good quality time with them. And I'm so excited for you. And you have a heart of gold.
Yes.
And I am just so grateful for you. Wendy, do you have any questions for Kristina?
I just want to basically give you hats off and blessings to you, love. I mean, to caregive for somebody else when you're hurting literally from neck down to toe, and you've been dealing with that for 26 years, that, like you said, you just don't feel happy about life. You don't feel happy about your particular life. And then when you took your pain meds and you would throw up and get really sick, I mean, and if anyone has ever, been in pain and throwing up while they're in pain, that is even just like, you're just amplifying that so much more. So I am just so absolutely grateful that your, what was a coworker, basically, or colleague, brought you the patches for you to be pain-free in such a short amount of time. I mean, pain-free from neck down.
Yes.
And you're not throwing up anymore, and you're able to move, and you're like, really, this is kind of giving you a new lease on your life. Yes.
Yes. And I eat Levaxine 200 microgram, and now I'm have taken 100 micrograms. So I just going down and down and down, because I go in test with the doctor. And the doctor tell me, what have you done? I have not tell him yet. Not yet. I'm going to wait 1 minute.
Now, is that medication a pain medication?
Yes. I have no one. He says, why did you not want to have some pain medicine? No, I don't need it. And he said, what? I don't need it. I'm going to tell you later, Sarah.
I love it. Hey, Kristina, I do have a question, and I'm sure Wendy is wondering the same thing. How many years young are you?
What?
How old are you?
I'm 56.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, you look fabulous. Your skin looks amazing. There's joy all over your face.
Yes.
Wendy, I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. We thank you for sharing your heart and your soul here. And we hope that you'll come back.
Yes, I want come back, and I'm gonna listen to another people, and I can learn me on something, another a patch.
Yes. Yes, that would be fabulous. That would be fabulous. Well, we thank you. We know it's late in Norway. You're welcome to stay with us, but please feel free to jump off.
I stay Little Girl.
Okay. I think Wendy's got your picture here that you had with your testimony.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
So this is your before. Yes. Sorry that there's a glare, guys. Let's see if I can get rid of that.
Yes.
There we go.
This is after I have get it in 2 months.
You look so vivacious on your after picture. You can just tell you are happier, girl.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I'm much more happy. Thank you very much. I can be with you and tell everyone how I have it.
Well, we want to thank you for sharing. We can't thank you enough, and we will see you very, very soon.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So Wendy, you have an incredible story that you're going to be sharing. And I believe this is one that we tried to share last week, but we're having a few technical difficulties. But I tell you, we learn something new every day when we do these patching podcasts. So Wendy, take it away.
Are you seeing my screen?
I'm seeing that you have her journey pulled up, but I'm not seeing her face yet. Yep.
All right. Is it full screen now? Because I don't see anything from the.
Yes, you're good. You're good.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. And thank you so much, Allison Tomlinson, for joining us. We have a wonderful testimony coming from England. Allison, you want to say hi?
Hello.
Hi.
So, Allison, how long have you been wearing the patches?
Nearly 5 months.
Gracious. And from what I understand, I think it's your upline that originally connected two of us. She said that you have an unbelievable testimony. Could you kind of share with us what was going on beforehand and what have you experienced since then?
Okay, so very quickly to go back 10 years. 10 years ago, I was having acute mobility issues. I could barely walk. I was bent over to the left, couldn't straighten up. It was taking me 5 minutes to get out of a chair. I was in pain 24/7 and I wanted to die. And I basically did my first miraculous recovery through diet and nutrition. And then last year, I got to the point where I was very grateful to be out of pain and very grateful to be able to function. Sorry, I'm going to get emotional. And I was praying in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ that I would find something else to free my life up. I was grateful that I wasn't in pain, but I knew my life was going to be very limited for the rest of the time. I'm sorry. Yeah. And I put a message on Facebook and Jan answered it and told me about the patches, and I jumped straight in. And I just felt this was it, and I jumped right in. Okay. The first day, I felt looser. My body started to loosen already. Three days after starting the X39, I could run for the first time in 12 years. Yeah. About 2 or 3 weeks later, I could work out for the first time in my life. With limitations, but I'd never been able to do that before. Yeah, okay. And then after that, I continued to get steady improvements in mobility. And my hip, I didn't tell you about my hip. In the first 2 weeks, I got an abnormal bulge on the side of my hip and it went down. I've got photos to show. The bulge actually that went down. There was major healing going on in that hip. Yeah, okay, it's difficult.
Okay, take your time. We have plenty of time.
Okay, so the first few weeks I was getting fantastic results, but some things had to wait. One problem I've had for 10 years plus was very weak thigh muscles. And I didn't notice improvement till 3.5 months in. And then I suddenly realized I could walk for hours basically without my thighs aching. All right. My tinnitus in this ear. It's gone down significantly. It's still there, but it's really very low. And the pressure I used to feel in that ear is gone. And the hearing has improved in this ear. Yes. Okay. Cosmetically, I've covered it up, but the hair on the top of my head is growing much thicker. I've just sort of noticed that sort of recently. My hands are stronger. I can open jars better.
Were your hands prior hand, did it feel kind of like pre-arthritic or anything?
No, just weak. My biggest problem was like weak muscles everywhere. So it was just weak, and it just feels much stronger. Recently, my gut has improved. Again, I had to wait for a long time, but now my gut has significantly improved. And without going into too much detail, it feels like the muscles in the gut now work better, more efficiently.
Contracting, pushing things along. What,
Yeah.
without whatever you feel comfortable with, what was going on your gut priorhand? I mean, that was, you knew that was causing you problems.
Okay, you want great honesty here. Okay, basically beforehand, I couldn't really pass normal stools. It had to be loose. I had to take a lot of magnesium to keep it loose so that I could pass it. And then about 2 weeks ago, just 2 weeks ago, everything changed and I can now pass normal stools. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a big deal. That is a big deal. No, people need to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, that is a big deal. It's a big deal because I've got ferocious food allergies, and that's limits my life very much because I have to be so careful what I eat. So if I go to a restaurant, something like this. 2 weeks ago, my Korean friend came to see me where I live in Eastbourne. And so for 2 days, I was totally out of routine for eating and taking my supplements, etc. And twice we ate in restaurants. And under normal circumstances, I would expect it to take me a week or two to recover the balance. The next morning, I pooped beautifully.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's very basic, but it makes a big difference to my life, right? You know, I told you originally what I was looking for was something that would free me up more, and that frees me up more. Okay, other things. A few days ago, I dropped a cup on my bad foot. I was expecting all sorts of problems. I didn't get any problem. It's just like it could recover so quickly, just absolutely no problem. I've repeatedly fractured a rib in my left-hand side, and over the years. And I've just started to notice it used to at night sometimes give me problems. I haven't noticed any problems for a long time. And just recently, my walking, I have for 10 years, I've been watching myself in a mirror or reflection in a glass door or something walking. I used to really have to put this left hip forward. It had got better quite a lot, but there was still something abnormal there. A couple of weeks ago, I watched myself walk and I can't see anything wrong at that side.
So kind of like you lift up your hip to swing your leg forward.
That was the only way, 10 years ago, that's the only way I could walk, right? And now it's like the left leg lifts up properly. It lifts up like it's supposed to. There's still something wrong. I can tell there's still something wrong, but that's a huge.
Right, but it's getting in there and it's healing up those muscles and that trauma.
Yeah, and 2 days ago, for the first time in over a decade, in bed, I found that I could lift my left leg. Before I couldn't lift it at all, and I could lift my left leg till it's like at perpendicular to my body kind of thing, which is how I used to sleep. I haven't been able to do that for 10 years. And I could do that and go to sleep for 2 days ago. First time I noticed that. And my pelvis is way out, right? The left side is too high up, which makes it look like my left leg is too short. And I've got old x-rays. I haven't got anything new to prove this, but I feel like I'm much more balanced.
Right. So when one hip is higher, lack of better words, that literally what it does to your spine, it tweaks it. So probably your low back feels better.
Yes, or at least I used to get problems. In fact, up until quite recently, the lower right side. Now that's stopped. I'm getting a little bit of problem in the middle, but I presume this is just the healing process. It's moving along. As I'm sitting talking to you, I have I'm sitting normally. For years, I couldn't sit normally. My left leg had to be either out at the front or bent behind me. But I'm now sitting with my legs out, knees down to the floor. Now, I could do that before, but just recently I can do that and it doesn't feel like it's pulling so much like it used to. And the right side of my foot is flat on the floor, which it was never before.
So basically your foot is flat, your leg is straight, your pelvis is balanced out, and your spine is straightening up too.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yes. Okay. Only one more thing recently, and that is at work. I hadn't worked there for several weeks. When I did a few weeks ago, they've got their stairs are deep, and I had problems getting up the stairs. I started working there again last week. I've got no problem getting up those stairs, the deeper stairs. I mean, there's all sorts. There's a million little things like with the mobility and things that I can do and bend and but yeah. It would take to explain.
Allison, that is just so beautiful. And
Yeah.
and if I recall, Anne, but what's Anne's last name? She's the one who introduced you to the patches?
That was Jan.
Oh, it's Jan. Sorry, Jan. And if you would let everybody know how young you are.
I'm 63.
Beautiful. I'm so glad. 63. I mean, it's basically with all these new changes in your life, how do you feel as far as your lifestyle? How's that changed for you?
I feel God has kept me here for a purpose, and I am going to have, yeah, and part of that purpose, at least part of that is LifeWave and getting the message out there with that. I'm limited at the moment, but I'm trying. Yeah.
Oh,
No, God willing, I expect to be around a while. I mean, at one point I'd accepted the fact that I would never make it to 60. And I kind of, I kind of expanded that through the diet and the nutrition. But now I don't know what God's going to do. If God can heal me like this, you know, who knows what's coming?
exactly. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Allison, for joining us today and staying up so late. I know you're not feeling so well and you're going through retracing as we speak.
Yes.
And how brave it is for you to stay up and still, you know, make this recording with me. I thank you so very much for everyone to learn and to grow from your experience, knowing that these patches can help them with similar symptoms that you currently had felt and you are feeling much better with.
Yeah. Okay, you're very welcome.
Thank you so very much and enjoy your evening.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
So beautiful. Allison Tomlinson from UK. As you can tell, we had to record that earlier because even this time is way too late for her. She goes to bed like 7 o'clock. So we made that recording earlier and I am so grateful for her. As you can see, her testimony is amazing, absolutely amazing. With that being said, Laura, do you have anything to share before I move on?
No, I mean, I always say this, and it just always catches me when we do these podcasts and people come on and share their experiences. But these two women got their life back. I mean, they literally have a new lease on life. This has nothing to do with age. We all know they're going to live much longer than they had anticipated. But you know, it's just a beautiful thing to see when people can actually live the life that they desire to live and spend the time with the people that they want to be with. And it's a little emotional, to be honest with you. It's hard. It just touches the heart. So, you know, to think that this technology, Wendy, can provide the body with this type of tool. I know our guests are, what is it? Tell me about it. How does it work? So that's all you.
All right. Thank you. And everybody, sorry, we're going a little overboard, but as you can see, why these two beautiful testimonies. Wow. Just wow. Right. When people get their life back. So what are we talking about? We're talking about this little patch. This is how little it is, guys. It is so tiny. And on the back, we just simply peel off the two pieces and you're going to see in the middle is that little piece of gauze. So it's about the size of a quarter, maybe a little bit bigger, the whole patch. But in the middle is about the size of a dime. And in that little white part is basically a cotton that has been saturated with organic salt, sugars, and amino acids and water to create a crystal lattice. And that crystal lattice is therefore programmed with particular frequency. Now, since we're talking about the X39 today, because that is the holy grail, the specific frequencies in there, what they do is once you place it on your body, this is how simple it is. This is how simple it is. Place it on your body. Hope I don't get my necklaces there. Yep, there we go. Just place it on my body. Now, we do recommend 2 specific places, which is behind the neck and below the belly button. But with the X39, if you have pain on your shoulder, you can place it there, or your knee, or your hip, or your back.
Yes.
I just place it there for demonstration purposes. But nevertheless, what does this do once you place it on the body? Well, your body emanates light. It actually emanates a lot of light, more than what we'd ever expect. And the light that you're aware of is called infrared. And when the infrared, now coming from my body, hits that crystal lattice that is now programmed with a new frequency, that light hits that crystal lattice and it changes that light wave and echoes it back into the body, and therefore signals to the body to create GHK copper peptide. This particular technology is called photobiomodulation. It's a big word for something you've been doing your whole entire life. Ever since you've been out in that sun for the first time, that sun-specific light wave comes and kisses your skin, telling your body to make vitamin D. The sun does not make vitamin D, your skin does, but it needs that light wave to basically signal to it to make vitamin D. Now we know how to get different light waves into our body to signal different things. So this is a beautiful thing because now we're creating GHK copper peptide. So when we were little, we had a slew of stem cells in our body as we were born. From the stem cells, what created our body in the womb. And they were constantly, they don't die, they're all with us our whole entire life. And they basically, we also have a slew of GHK copper peptide as well. And GHK copper peptide to the stem cell is similar to water to a plant. As we kind of decrease the water to the plant looks kind of unhealthy and it's never going to really thrive. It's not going to produce fruit. But as you increase more water, what it does, it thrives, right? It becomes fruit and becomes fruitful. Well, after about puberty, roughly around about there, our GHK starts to decline naturally in our body for whatever reason, not sure, to the point that therefore it's not stimulating those stem cells. So by the time you're 35, less than 55% of the stem cells are active. By the time you're 60, you're looking for them like in a needle in a haystack. Mind you, I did not say dead. I just said not active. You still have your stem cells, but they're in hibernation because they're not getting watered. Once you start applying this patch, you start increasing GHK and it starts waking up all those beautiful stem cells that had been waiting around and getting to work. But another wonderful thing about this particular patch is that it encourages your body to make new pluripotent stem cells. And those pluripotent stem cells are blank. That's what pluripotent means, which means basically with innate intelligence of your body, it will basically, your body says, hey, we need liver cells. Go out. You're now a liver cell, go out. And that's a brand new baby stem cell. When I first started this patch 2 years ago, my stem cells that were in hibernation were 55 years old. And now I'm making brand new baby stem cells that have a lot more vigor and no damage whatsoever. And they're just getting out and moving around and healing everything up. So your question might be, how did this particular thing start? So actually this beautiful patch system was created by David Schmidt over 19 years ago. And prior hand, he was actually working with the armed forces, specifically that with the Navy SEALs. And he was requested, can you please find something to keep these guys awake past 72 hours without using a set of metaphenes or caffeine pills? And he was already involved in the light therapy field. And he created his first patch, which was called Energy Enhancer. And that's what began this beautiful company. Now, if you have any questions or you want more information, you can always go to startx39.com. And that will give you some really nice short videos to look at to kind of get some more information. If you're interested in the science and or the testimonies, to scroll down toward the bottom. If you want to learn more about GHK copper peptide, there is a really great website to go ahead and look into. I'm actually waiting for David to load it up because I don't know that one by heart. It's all these are in the chat system. And GHK copper peptide literally is like the holy grail. It literally goes in and helps heal. If you got to think about all your symptoms are caused by a a system or an organ being happy, which is what your cells being happy, because your cell has been so damaged. So if you're now healing those cells, a lot of things can come about and improve from there. And that GHK website is called reverseagingwithghk.com. Thank you, David. So with that being said, I'm going to hand this back to Laura. Laura, you can finish up if there's anything I completely forgot, and let us know what's going on next week.
No, you're amazing. Thank you. I love, I hear the technology all the time, and every time I hear it, it just blows me away, because like everybody, it's like, how can that be? So we heard tonight how that can be, but how can you get it? So I want you to get back to the person that invited you here. They sincerely, truly care about you, or they would have not extended that invitation. And that person will be able to set you up with the best program or package or opportunity for you to get started with this product, whether that is on a retail basis, whether you opt in for our preferred customer program, that might be the perfect thing for you. I will share with you that what most people do is they do opt in for one of our wholesale packages. But with that conversation, you're going to be able to determine that maybe you just want to use it for yourself. And I think that's fabulous. Or maybe you purchase it for your entire family. But I know many of us on here, not all of us, but many of us on here chose to not only share the product, use the product, but share the product as well. Because when you start hearing results like these and you start experiencing it yourself, as you can tell, you just can't keep your mouth closed about it, and you want to tell the world. So wherever you fit within those options, again, they're going to be able to help you pick the patches that are best for you and get you all taken care of. I do want to let you guys know that we do come here every day, Monday through Fridays. Okay, the times are a little different. Monday through Thursday, it's our 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time patching podcast, where 2 more people will extend their experience and share it with everybody, as well as Fridays, as you know, here. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the same number, we will be having a training that you're welcome to join in and see a little bit more about what we're about. Please let the person that invited you know that you might be interested in that as well. So I want to wish everybody a very happy July 15th. Friday, I want you to join your weekend. I have to thank again these 2 beautiful ladies that joined us today. And thank you for sharing your hearts. And as always, my co-host, Wendy Morgan, who is just a joy to be with. Wendy, thank you for always being here and doing this with me. I couldn't do it without you. So thank you. And then there's always David that keeps us in line. So with that said, have a very blessed, amazing weekend, and we will see you guys very, very soon.
And I must. Yeah.
Oh.
No. We can see